Um, all I want is meaningful college football. And at one time, what we're describing, the SEC championship, it did matter. The Big Ten championship mattered. Those mattered because those determined whether you're going to go to the Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl. There was a lot of money at stake, and not only that, but a chance to play in those prestigious bowl games. At one time, the Poulan Weed Eater Independence Bowl was also a really good thing. But like all things, things change. Times change. And it's like we are meshing or continuing this archaic bowl system with a playoff system. And I understand there's a lot of dollars and there are still value in those games. And you can have the games. I don't have a problem with playing the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, things of that nature. But playing these conference championship games anymore, I mean, you're taking a big chance. I mean, these teams are taking a big chance. And I said this on the last show. They should only help, not hurt. And if you lose, like you didn't even play, but also too, you got to think injury. And that was my other point, was you might have to play 17 games. That's where somebody might only have to play, I don't know, 15. You know, they might not play in their SEC in their conference championship game, and then the way the dominoes fall, they might actually end up getting a bye. I mean, it could happen, and then lo and behold, then they've only got to win 3. So,
Yeah, and I kind of like the 16 because the top four, they're not getting a home game anyway, and this is a way to reward their fan base for having a good year. You get to have a home playoff game. Brant, what you got on this?
So this is I kind of like really twisted on these takes, or on this take specifically. I've always, when they first even brought in the 14 playoff, I was really skeptical just because I knew this was going to happen eventually, where it was going to just ruin bowl games. Because once it got to the bowl games, or to the playoff, I'm sorry, nobody's going to care about the bowl games. It's just, oh, you went to the Franklin Mortgage Music City Bowl. Well, nobody cares. Yeah, and I knew that was going to happen, so I was pretty much against it from the start. I didn't see what was wrong with two teams. Like, I get it. It's a new day and age in the world where everybody has to get a trophy, so everybody's got to be included. But I just, my whole thing with the whole 16 teams, and then I've seen some obviously not credible reports. So like, oh, we want to go to 24. Like, eventually you might as well just have 64 and call it December Madness. I mean, you're doing yourself a disservice of college football by including that many teams. Like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, 16 teams don't deserve to be in a playoff. I mean, there's been teams that are ranked that high that good and well aren't beating a number one or a number two, or it's just not going to happen. I think it's delegated correctly. I'm not a fan of, I was never a fan of 12, but I saw kind of the games that laid out for on-campus atmospheres and future playoffs, and I was last year, and I was like, well, you know what? Ohio State and Tennessee is going to be a good game. Like, the opportunity for those two teams to play each other, you don't see that often. Like, maybe this is good for college football. But it happened again, exactly what I knew was going to happen, where 12 wasn't going to be good enough. Now we're going to have 16. And then guess what? 16 is not going to be good enough 5 years from now. And then they're going to need 24. And then eventually it's just going to be the top 25. But I will say, Chad, I do agree with you on the group of 5 have to have a bid. No, you don't. The group of 5 does not deserve an automatic bid. I know that they're decent for what they do. I know some of them, I mean, I'm shouting out South Florida here, who took Alabama to the brink 2 years in a row. I get that they have chances just like everybody else does, but I don't know why we have to include those teams. Like, because come on. If Tulane lines up and plays Georgia tomorrow, I don't think anybody is taking Tulane. Like, I feel like it's just you're giving more of an opportunity for players to get hurt. You're taking away rest. I feel like you're hindering these kids from playing these games. And I'm not saying anything bad about Tulane. I'm not saying Tulane would never stand a chance against Georgia. I'm just saying 9 times out of 10, you're not winning that game. Like, it just seems further down the line, it just seems like a waste of time. And you're making it worse. And that's the whole thing. The more teams you add in, the more games you're going to have to play, the less regular season games you're going to get to play, the less rivalries you'll get. Like, everybody just wants the whole bracket aspect. They want the tournament, they want the bracket aspect because every game is game 7. And which I get it, it's really good in thought. It looks really cool when the teams are playing. I agree with that. But for the kids, man, for the players, I don't like that as an idea. But granted, just as well as I do, we can't stop them. I mean, they're going to do whatever they want and whatever they please anyway because they're going to go where the money goes. So I feel like there's nothing we can do about complaining and just kind of just accept it as it comes. But I just don't. I just think that's way, way too many teams for me. And I just don't think, number 16, whoever it is beating number 1 Ohio State. Just don't see that.